What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome aboard to Trading Live with Bubba. And markets are kind of quiet. Yesterday made all-time new highs, but we do have a potential trade coming in crude right out of the box. So let's go take a look at that now. Our stop would be, if we make this trade, would be 59.36. 59.36. If we make this trade, certainly looking to. A lot of action, not much volume, but a lot of action, of course. Big news week. Fed tomorrow. A lot of earnings, Apple, Amazon, Coin, Google. So there's a lot of stuff going on. You can go ahead and buy the crude if you want. And the stop is 59.39. Okay, hold on. And put your orders into sell. Okay. So, and then maybe there's potentially something coming here in the euro currency, maybe something in the indexes. We'll see. Let's see what it looks like. Not yet, but we'll see. We'll be prepared for it. If there is, we do have an open trading in crude, which is right now where we got in approximately. And the only real potential of next would be potentially the euro currency at this moment. But we'll see. Again, it's just a question of having the markets move fast enough and far enough away so that we can get in. That's our whole concept of what we're looking to do. Okay. The crude moving up. We got a little bit of a profit right now, but again, we're not getting out until we get 10 ticks in the first one. And then we go to break even. So let's see if we can get that to go our way. And we do have a potential trade coming in the euro currency. So we'll look at that and see if that shows up. A small profit in our crude, but again, we're not closed, so it's still just an open trade until we get some of the profit off the table. Okay, well, come on, give us a little more jump. All right, we're going to do something unusual here. We're going to put our stop in at 6004. Okay, move the stop up to 6004. Lock in a couple of ticks anyways, cover commission, cover the trade. I don't want to sit here too long because it is thin. So we'll make sure we get something out of this trade regardless. And we need a little bit more of a bump, another couple of ticks, and get us out of one with a profit and change the dynamics of the trade. But we have a profit regardless. So the question is it going to be, all right, so you should be out of one. Okay. Should be out of one with 10 ticks profit. We'll let it play and see what goes on here. Still looking at the potential euro currency. But again, it's kind of quiet, so we're not overly anxious to jump in unless we can get some real action. But you can see the indexes are kind of consolidating after yesterday's big up move. But we do have a profit in our crude. And let's see. And nothing else is starting to appear. Maybe gold. Gold is close. I mean, it'd be something to potentially look at. Let's see. Stop in gold would be 39.76. Maybe a little bit too much risk for some of you. So I don't, again, I'm going to make the trade if it comes, but just be aware. Again, we don't want to give up too much risk here. But it would be a sale. We don't have it yet. We need a red bar close. Our crude is still working in our favor. And we're still waiting. And you can take gold if you want. 39.75 stop. You should be out of one. Stop at break even now. Okay. So you should be out of one. Stop should be at break even. So there's a little bit of a profit. All right. Stopped out. Profit, depending on what size contract you're trading, either $150 or $15. Again, if you're trading the micros, it's $15. If you're trading the bigs, $150. Okay. And on to the next trade. Crude's still going in our favor, so we're doing well there. Let's go back to our main screen and see if we can find something else to do. All right. Alrighty. Now we got a lot of earnings, so when we look at our regular board, so let me just wait till this bar triggers, and then we'll see, and we'll move on and look at some other things that you can potentially do. But we do have 2 winners in the bank, so that's good. It's always good to have winners. All right, we got another minute to wait, so we'll see. But again, you can see there's nothing in the indexes as it is right now. The only thing we really would look at would be, and we're in crude, maybe gold again if it gets another spike up. All right. Again, pretty flattish, so I'm not anticipating anything here, but you never know. So we're going to watch for the bitter end. Then we'll go back and look at some stocks as well for those who don't trade futures. Getting closer to getting off the second one in the crude. If it continues to go up here. Stop's already in. Profit's already got. So we're in good shape there. All right. Nothing here. So let's go take a look at some stocks and see what's going on. Apple, we're not going to do anything with because it's got earnings on Thursday. If I were going to do something, it would be selling calls for this, but I'm not selling into earnings. Amazon, same story. I'm not doing anything in Amazon. Coin, the same story. Again, there's no trade in coin either way, but it's going into earnings, so no point to get involved. Crowd certainly would look at selling some call spreads. In fact, let's look it up. Charlie Romeo Whiskey Delta. And I'm going to do these for Friday the 31st. 545, 547.50 for $1.02. I can do that. Okay, that's in. Let me put that down. So when we track on Thursday, crowd. I have so many positions, so I got to make sure which ones are from where. Ether, nothing to do. Meta has earnings tomorrow, I think. Nothing to do there. Google, earnings tomorrow as well. Nothing to do there. Let's just go back to our board and see anything to do. And right now, nothing to do. So let's go back and look at our stocks. INOQ, nothing to do. IWM, certainly you could sell some call spreads. You could sell them for today if you wanted. IWM, too, it looks like probably cheap though. Let's see. Let's check it out today. Yeah, there's not enough juice in there for me to want to get involved, so I'm gonna let it go. Michael Papa, MP, nothing to do. Microsoft has earnings this week, nothing to do there. MSTR, has earnings this week, nothing to do. NNE, nothing to do anyways. Nugget, look at that collapse. We called it. Now it would be a potential look at selling some put spreads here in Nugget. I'm going to pass it myself, but NVIDIA, certainly look at selling some call spreads here. Let's see. And VTA, November Victor Delta Alpha. And 195, 197.50. If I can get $1 for that, I would take it. It's not there yet, but I'll put the order in. Okay. Palantir, Papa Lima Tango Romeo. That would be selling some puts. So let's go back and make sure we're not missing anything here. Crude is still going in our favor. Maybe a trade coming in gold. So let's watch here for the next minute and see. So far, we have crowd on and working NVIDIA. And that's all so far. Like I said, a lot of earnings, Fed tomorrow. So a lot of stuff to have some effect on the market. We got 2 winning trades closed already in our futures. So that's good. And looks like you might get another crack at gold here. Okay, so we're taking a look at gold. We got to switch to our 1 minute. Stop in gold would now be 39.80. 39.80. But we don't have a trade yet, but that would be the stop. Should we get it here? 39.80. Risk is getting a little bit too stiff. I don't like to usually take $10 worth of risk on this trade, so we'll see. 10 would be $1,000 on a big contract, $100 on a little one. Okay, no trade yet. Did not trigger. Okay, so we'll come back to it in a minute. We got time. Palantir, selling call spreads. Papa Lima Tango Romeo. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. 190. This is going to be a little short, but I'm going to work it at $1. Right now it's trading at like 93 cents. I'm going to work it at $1. Okay. Let's go back to our gold and see what's going on here. We're not going to get a trigger here, which is fine. Go back to here. QBTS, Quebec Bravo Tango Sierra, nothing to do. The Qs, certainly a potential sell. Sell call spreads if you want to sell for today. Again, I'm going to pass. I'm not interested in this quick movement, especially with all the news coming out on the indexes and this one anyways. SMCI, nothing to do. SPY, same story. Certainly could sell some call spreads for today. XYZ broke out. So it's close, and they have earnings this week. So I'm not really interested in getting involved there. Tesla, certainly would look at selling some call spreads here. Let's take a look. Let's go back and look at gold first before I miss this trade. Okay. Tango, Sierra, Lima, Alpha. And 465, 467.50 for Friday. $1.12. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. And Still waiting for a shot here in gold to sell it. Stop in gold now would be 39.81, but we don't have a trade yet. Okay, doesn't look like we're going to get it here either, so we'll finish off our look at the stocks. XBI certainly could sell some call spreads here. And XBI 113, 114. If I can get 40 cents, I'll take it. Okay. And Zoom. I think we missed the opportunity, so we'll pass there. Let's go back to what's going on here. We're still waiting for an entry into gold. See what the overall action is like. Not a lot going on. Okay. Your crude trade's a nice win. I would go ahead and move that crude stop up to 60.10. If you're in that trade, 60.10. Okay, gold we're out of, but we're looking to maybe get in again now. And okay, you can take gold if you want. It's a bigger stop, so again, it's obviously always a little concerning. Okay, getting a nice move out of one. Okay, go take the stop to break even. So you got $10 or 100, depending on what size you're trading. Move your stop to break even. Okay, so no risk. So you got two no risk trades on if you trade those with me. Okay, you got two no risk trades on, and we just got stopped out of crude if you move to 60.10. So we're flat, all futures, with, again, depending on how you trade and the size you trade, somewhere between $50 and $500 worth of profit. Okay, if you don't trade them, hey, I hope you'll learn. It's a good process to use if you want to do some short-term trading. Okay, the blow-off model. So see what goes on here. If we get anything else at the last minute. So we have on open Tesla and Crowd, working NVIDIA, Palantir, and XBI. Okay. Actually, Palantir is open, Crowd is filled, Tesla is filled. Okay, so we're working. We got NVIDIA working. I'm working it. I don't know if you guys are or not. And Palantir working, XBI, Crowd, and Tesla filled. Okay. Let's see what goes on from here. And if we're going to get any last minute stuff, and I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Markets don't look that active, so certainly not going to force anything. No reason to. All right, remember, tomorrow you got Fed. Okay, Fed meeting at 2 o'clock Eastern comes the announcement. Then at 2:30 is the press conference. You've got Google earnings tomorrow. You got Microsoft earnings tomorrow. You got Apple, Amazon. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly what you got, because this is all stuff that can really drive this market now, especially as thin as it is. Alphabet, Microsoft, and then on Thursday, Coinbase, Roku, Apple, Amazon, okay, Facebook, Meta tomorrow. So a lot of stuff going on. Be careful. Remember, I do the what I call the Market 120 every morning, so you can get an idea what I'm thinking. And in the meantime, have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much. We'll see you later.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.